Dog 97.9. Let's begin.
We start with our first laugh. Jim Gaffigan on Ripley's Believe It or Not.
I wasn't prepared for all the activities kids have. You're picking up your kid and bringing them to an activity and then bringing them to another activity, and if they don't have an activity, you have to think of one or they'll smoke meth. You're always looking for an activity as a parent. I took my kids to Ripley's Believe It or Not. I don't know if you've ever been that desperate for something to do. What can I tell you about Ripley's Believe It or Not? It's mostly not. It's not interesting. It's not even a lot of stuff. It's like they just emptied out some drifter storage unit. I do admire that business model, you know. Most businesses attempt to establish trust with the customer, not Ripley's. Like, believe it or not, we don't care. We know you're not coming back.
Big Dog 97.9. Time for Knowledge Nuggets.
Yeah. Make me wiser, please.
People with blue eyes are more likely to be alcoholics than people with any other eye color.
No joke.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I once had blue eyes.
Then you stopped being an alcoholic?
Yep. When I was 3 or 4, they changed colors.
Really?
That was my window. I was most likely an alcoholic. Was
3 or 4.
Birth to 4.
And then your eyes went, no, he's not going to be.
This guy's a quitter. He's not going to be an alcoholic.
They may be brown. I don't know what they are now.
No, they change colors all the time still. They just greenish,
change.
Sometimes a little more brown. Yeah.
Your eyes are like a chameleon.
I never looked at yours. Yours are blue.
Yeah, they're more blue, green. Depends on what I'm wearing.
Alcoholic.
Very that glassy hazel thing where they they'll blue if I'm wearing blue, kind of a bluish green if I'm wearing green.
Yeah. I always have hated like eye color on your driver's thing. All of them.
All of them.
Depends what day.
Yeah. All right. Interesting. Chinese invented fireworks.
I kind of knew that, I think.
But Italians were the first to give them color.
Oh. Before that, it was just a boom.
Yeah. Chinese invented the boom. Italians invented the color.
Okay.
Despite what cartoons lead you to believe, they've lied to us again. Coyotes are actually twice as fast as roadrunners.
Yeah.
Coyotes' top speed, 43 miles an hour. Roadrunners can only hit 20.
They're also not as big as a coyote.
Right.
As the cartoon might lead you to believe.
True. Al Capone hated his nickname, Scarface. He wanted people to call him Big Fella or Snorky.
Snorky?
Yeah.
That doesn't have the same hard intentions that Scarface does it?
No. That's why you don't give yourself your own nickname.
No, people do try that. That's a dumb move.
Al Snorky Capone.
Watch out, Snorky's coming.
Or the big fella. The big fella works.
Yeah.
But he wasn't really big fella.
I know. That sounds like little man syndrome.
In the entire Lord of the Rings movie trilogy, there are no scenes where 2 women speak to each other.
Oh, my God. Really?
Yeah. I'm not making this stuff up.
Well, how am I supposed to know it's Lord of the Rings?
Kind of a weird thing. The ancient Greeks were afraid of zombies.
Uh-huh.
So they buried some people underneath heavy rocks with stakes in their hearts to prevent them from
coming back alive?
Coming back up. Yeah.
Little did they know, from what I've seen from zombie movies, you have to shoot them in the head.
It should have been heart or stakes in the brain.
Yeah, they didn't know that, though. So. It's Greece. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, there you go. We learn things over the years.
Yes, we do.
There's some knowledge nuggets. Big Dog, 97.9, time for
The Morning BJ. Jules, hello to you.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
What do we got?
What has 3 letters and starts with gas?
A car?
Yes.
He nails it again.
What can I say? I got a lot of crappy jokes up here in the old noodle. Thank you, Jules.
You are listening to the Chris Purple Hayes and Bobby Show.
97.9 high school football, college football locally around the area. Run down a few of those.
Finals from Friday night, including Baxter Springs over Alton, 12-6. So 3-0 Baxter Springs Lions now.
Very good.
Look at them.
Carthage 48, Carl Junction 12.
Parsons 40, Iola 14.
Diamond beat Miller. Big victory.
Big Southeast Kansas matchup here. Girard 41, Galena 20 on Friday.
That's a good one. Mm-hmm. A close battle, 27-26. It was McDonald County over Nevada.
That sounds like that was a fun game.
Yeah,
I think that's Nevada's first loss, too.
Believe so.
Frontenac with another win this weekend, 12-10 over Bishop Ward.
Sarcoxy moves to 4-0 over Stockton with Sheldon. I knew Sheldon, wouldn't help him.
Yeah.
He's more into science.
Yeah, he's not the football guy. Hey, Pittsburgh picks up a win, 28-20 over Labette County.
At least one of the Pittsburgh won. Let's see, Seneca
Actually,
tops Lamar.
I'll tell you.
Seneca over Lamar in a big matchup between those two, 36-33. Republic over Neosho in a high-scoring battle, 63-48. Neosho's been in a couple of those.
Yeah, they have.
And then Joplin over Webb City, 24-8. Two big rushing battles there with Joplin. Quinn Renfro, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns. Drew Van Gilder, 100 yards, 1 TD.
Wow.
So you had 2 running backs for Joplin rushing for over 100 yards.
That's impressive. From the college ranks, Pitt State, congrats to them, 49-14 over Northeastern State on Saturday. And Missouri Southern moving to 2-1. They get a 40-21 win over Central Oklahoma. Congrats to Missouri Southern quarterback Dawson Hurl, who threw for 189 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then he went ahead and run for a couple of touchdowns, too.
Awesome.
5 total for Dawson Hurl on Saturday.
Very good. There's a quick rundown of Friday Night Lights and local college football.
Are y'all ready, kids?
Ha! What a dumbass.
Dumbass.
What the hell's your problem, you dumbass?
What a dumbass.
Great moment there, dumbass.
Have you ever had a crazy neighbor?
Yeah.
Well, how about this crazy? Last week, a guy near Denver named Sean Todd, by the way, was annoyed because his neighbor kept pounding on a shared wall between their 2 apartments.
Yeah, that's annoying. I can see that.
He called the cops on Thursday to complain about it, but when they knocked on the neighbor's door, he didn't answer. The banging then got even louder later through the night and into Friday morning, until suddenly his neighbor broke through the wall with a hammer.
Oh, no. Doing a little remodeling, was he?
Into the next guy's house.
Yeah.
And really, that's not even the crazy part of this whole story.
Oh, it isn't?
No. Because while Sean was watching, his neighbor then reached through the hole that he had just made and pointed a gun at him.
Holy smokes.
He shoved the barrel of an AR-15 through the wall and pointed it at Sean. The neighbor, 48-year-old James, it doesn't sound like he has a beef with Sean specifically in this whole matter. So it's not clear exactly why he did it. But he wasn't done.
Of course not. Why stop there?
While cops were responding, James set his apartment on fire.
Yes. Yes.
So then everyone had to evacuate. Luckily, no one got hurt. He's facing charges for attempted homicide, felony menacing, and arson.
Yeah.
So he knocks a hole through his neighbor's wall that they connect to, then points a gun at him, and then torches the place.
I thought maybe he'd just watched too much like HGTV or something. They love removing walls in those shows. What I've had to watch of it.
Didn't realize it was connected.
Knock this wall out, make it an open floor plan right here. Yeah, didn't realize it was connected, but it sounds like there's a whole lot more crazy going on up there than that.
Yeah.
Or he's just a dumbass.
What a dumbass.
Big Dog, 97.9. Well, thanks to credit cards, Bitcoin, Venmo, cash, officially old school.
Oh, yeah, I know this.
So when you pull out a wad nowadays, it not only turns heads, but it makes a statement.
I guess that's true.
Like anything on my list today.
Okay. Perfect.
Top 6 things carrying a thick roll of cash says about you.
Oh,
So top 6 things carrying a thick roll of cash says about you.
okay.
Number 6, I sell drugs.
Yeah. Cash business, baby. That is number 1 on my mind. Yes.
Number 5, I have terrible credit.
Well, also possible. Yeah.
Number 3, I still use the word whippersnapper.
Yeah, likely.
Number 3, I just robbed a bank.
Yeah, well, it's possible too.
Number 2, I'm about to get robbed.
Yeah.
Top 6 things carrying a thick roll of cash says about you. Number 1, no, I'm not happy to see you. I really do have a thick roll of cash in my pocket. There's your top 6 list today.
The Chris Purple Hayes and Bobby Show.
Big Dog, 97.9. You know how some people are such angry balls? They have...
The term you use often. Yeah, go on.
It's like they're professional road ragers.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Now, I don't think I'm that. I do fall into the road rage thing every once in a while.
I do too.
Just snap sometimes.
Well, you can actually be a pro.
You can go
At this, you can go pro
pro in road rage.
and get paid for it.
How do I do that?
There's a website called vehiclefreak.com.
Okay.
Vehiclefreak.com is looking for one angry driver to take part in a study examining road rage. And they're going to pay you $4,000 for your time.
Dang.
Now, since there's only one position available, you'll have to be very aggressive. You are going to have to be confrontational and pretty reckless at pursuing the opportunity.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's how it will work. The chosen road rager will be asked to take part in three 2-hour-long driving sessions per week over a month-long period. They'll be put into various scenarios through a driving simulator.
Oh.
And their reactions will be monitored, along with their heart rate and blood pressure. The person will also be required to keep a road rage diary.
Can't we just use the monitors? Do I have to have a diary? Okay.
Again, you can visit the website, vehiclefreak.com. You got till October 31st. You must be at least 25 years of age, have at least 1 year driving experience, and you'll also have to provide examples of your road rage experiences.
One time I ran a guy off the road.
Well, this is me and my mug shot from when I did this. Here's the other mug shot when I...
Here are all my traffic citations.
Here's the time that I, the video footage of me jumping out of my car and smashing them.
Here's the cop dashboard cam from this other time. I like the resume that you have to build for this thing.
You must show your road rage experience. I like the way they put that.
I don't think I quite qualify. I've seen some of the police chases and some of the things that happen. I don't know that I'm on that level.
I don't think you're quite to the road rage level of being a pro. You're still in the minors.
Yeah, amateur at best, really. If you only can turn it on every once in a while, and most days you just drive without thinking, you don't qualify for this.
Yeah. But there you go. If you think you do, or you know somebody that should be a professional road rager, you should sign them up. Vehiclefreak.com. Big Dog, 97.9, the 2022, it's either IG or LG. I'm not really not for sure. Nobel Prize winners were announced Friday night. It's like the Nobel Prize, but for the silliest, weirdest, or sometimes dumbest scientific pursuits over the past year.
Oh, these are my favorites.
I was going to say, now, Nobel Prize, normally it's like, okay, that's way above my whatever. These, maybe not.
Oh, so the Nobel Prize on our level is what you're trying to say.
Yes.
Okay.
There's different categories.
Mm-hmm.
So there's multiple, and then there's one big, this is the winner. You win in these categories, but here's the overall winner.
Okay.
In art history, that went to the study of decorative pottery that showed ancient Mayans giving each other enemas.
Wow.
So they studied that.
I mean, that's something that still feels sciencey to me.
Right.
That's
And art.
and art. Yes, of course.
In applied cardiology, a study found that when you click with somebody on a first date, like you click, your heart rate syncs up.
It does.
Yeah, like if you sync with somebody, you truly sync with them.
Weird. Hey, that's something. What do we do with that? I don't know.
I don't know. Kind of on the same lines, but with animals. In biology, or insects, a study on scorpion sex.
Yes.
Some types apparently shed their tail if necessary, which eventually makes them die of constipation for some reason.
God dang, they're so. In order to have sex, they shed their tail?
Some types shed their tail if necessary.
If necessary.
But when they shed their tail, they die of constipation. Now, while they're alive, they still get it on as much as they can.
Well, of course, yeah.
Because at that point, you know you're going to die.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Only have so much time here, baby. Let's do this thing.
In medicine, a study on why ice cream helps side effects from chemo.
This seems like a good thing all around.
That one doesn't seem that dumb, though. That seems legit.
Yeah, well, I don't know how highbrow it has to be. Once ice cream enters the picture, then they immediately take it off of the regular Nobel Prize.
Engineering. The study in Japan, the most efficient way to use your fingers while turning knobs.
Yes, that doesn't seem like we need that, but okay.
Let's see. Safety engineering. A researcher in Sweden developed a crash test dummy moose for car companies to test their vehicles on.
I know. This is why I can't have these conversations, because, my first thought was moose driving. Moose driving. The crash test dummy is usually in the car.
No,
then you threw moose in there. Oh, probably for them to hit.
Yes.
I got it now. Nope, not what I thought originally. Driving moose.
The people up north.
Yeah, Bullwinkle in a car.
Yes. That's the first thing you thought of.
Absolutely.
All right. And the LG or IG, I'm not for sure which again, because the way the letter is, you don't know.
Yeah.
Nobel Prize went to a team that developed an algorithm to help people who gossip a lot decide when to tell the truth and when to lie. So apparently there's an algorithm that will tell you that people gossip all the time if they're telling the truth or when they're going to lie. Like the timing of that. I'm going to lie about this now.
Okay.
And they figured that out.
Huh. That could be handy in today's society, I suppose.
Yeah.
Feels like there's a lot of that.
Maybe in our Kardashian watching we're going to have to do.
I mean, not as handy as a crash test dummy moose, but...
Big Dog 97.9. Queen being laid to rest.
Yeah, that happened right before we came into work. Right before we came into work. I saw a notification on my phone that I could watch it right now.
I know a lot of people were paying respects over the weekend. David Beckham, you would think would be ushered in. No, he still had to stand in line for 13 hours to pay respects to Queen Elizabeth over the weekend. The Queen, as you said, laid to rest early this morning. I believe it was 6:45 our time.
Yeah.
5:44 Eastern.
Okay, so 4:45 our time.
Yeah, so yeah, before we got it.
I knew it was there. I knew it was when I got up. I saw it, and anyway, I would have assumed David Beckham ushered to the beginning of the line. It surprises me that he had to wait 13 hours. If David Beckham has to wait 13 hours, how long does your common Englishman have to wait?
Right.
I think 13 hours was just where his place in the hierarchy of English society falls now. 'Cause you got a lot of lords and ladies and duchesses and all that junk, right?
Yep.
They get to go first. Then I don't know where David Beckham ranks.
He's just a rich, famous commoner.
Yes. If he were still scoring goals for England like in the World Cup, then it may be different.
Maybe. I don't know.
You were good once upon a time. Now you're old. Sorry.
Now you're old and you're in America.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah, you kind of turned in your Brit card a little bit here.
wait your turn. Right now, it's Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. Queen Elizabeth's funeral took place in London this morning. The most powerful people in the world were there, and so was the royal family. Post Malone took a terrible fall during a St. Louis concert. Witnesses say he was stumbling, looking dazed, and completely out of it, but no word on the effects of the fall. Saturday Night Live has hired a non-binary performer. They will join all the other non-funny cast members. And today is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Here, I'll start. Dang, it looks like we're going to finish in last place again. I wish they'd trade me to the Braves. This is not headline news.
Big Dog, 97.9 for 2 weeks in a row. All I have heard is Chiefs fans bitching and moaning and complaining for 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
That's all I've heard.
Oh, that's it? That was the end of your statement?
Yeah.
I don't know why. We've been winning. I'm not complaining about that.
First, I can't watch the game because they're showing the game that was on before.
Yes.
That was week 1.
Uh-huh.
Week number 2, I got to have what to watch the game? I don't have that.
I'm with him on that. I don't like it either.
2 weeks in a row, Chiefs fans, irate.
Yeah.
All over my Facebook, just bitching and moaning.
Yeah. Okay. It wasn't me. I don't know who. Sure, there are some. Steelers fans would never do such a thing.
Thursday night football. Bold strategy for the NFL to be moved to Thursday night football to be exclusively on Amazon Prime.
Uh-huh.
How did it work out for them? Not well, I don't think.
Yeah.
A lot of complaints, not only from Chiefs fans, but people that actually have Amazon Prime that were watching the game because the quality was awful.
It wasn't the best.
There was a lot of times it was pixelated.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of seemed weird and fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the audio didn't match up.
I noticed that too.
So not just Chiefs fans were complaining in week number 2. There was every NFL fan was complaining, I think, in week number 2 that there was one guy very upset that it was obvious. Why are you trying to pimp Amazon Prime to me when I already have Amazon Prime? Now, one thing I would say is that's probably for people that are Chiefs fans that got the trial subscription so they could watch the Chiefs and then cancel.
That one makes sense because there are plenty of people that are watching at somebody else's house or got a trial subscription or a number of other things.
Now, by the way, I don't know if this is going to continue or not, but unfortunately, if you are a Chiefs fan, you don't have an Amazon Prime, and you were very upset, you could have streamed it legally, by the way, for free on Twitch. Twitch had it absolutely free.
Really?
And I don't know, and I think they might carry the other games for free.
How do they get away with that?
I don't know.
I thought that was for gaming and stuff mostly. I could be completely wrong on that.
Yeah,
I mean, I would assume Amazon is going to go after them if it isn't legal.
Twitch not available on Roku, just a heads up. But Roku users with an Apple phone or a tablet can cast Twitch feeds using AirPlay up on their TVs, by the way. So you could have watched it on Twitch absolutely free. So you might keep that in mind for the upcoming games. I don't know if this is going to be for every Thursday, but I know Twitch, I think, will be for free.
What's the remainder of the Thursday football schedule? I have no idea, but I'm going to doubt there's a whole lot that
Chiefs
I really
will
care
not be
about.
playing again.
Yeah, usually it's just one game. Your team will play one game. Your team plays this coming Thursday.
Yeah, so I'll be watching that one. There's a couple of good games in there, but for the most part, it is what it is.
It's because he spent so much money on his spaceship that we didn't get good picture quality on the football game, which is what I really care about. I don't care about him going to space. They'll probably get it figured out within the next few weeks. The worst part was my favorite team was week 1, where it is like, I know they probably tested it out a million ways, but when it really happens for the first time, that's when you're really going to notice the big flaws.
There definitely was some bugs.
Are y'all ready, kids?
Ha! What a dumbass.
Dumbass.
What the hell's your problem, you dumbass?
What a dumbass.
Great moment there, dumbass.
Well, this criminal mastermind must have forgotten one very important step in his evil scheme.
Don't get caught.
41-year-old man in Tennessee named Marcello drove to a gas station early Friday morning, tried to rob the place. He walked into the store, stuck a gun under the plexiglass divider, demanded money from a woman working at the counter.
Okay.
The woman working at the counter was a 78-year-old lady. She wasn't having any of it.
Those ladies, yeah.
Well, in this, if you got plexiglass dividers and stuff, a little rough area, I would say.
Yeah, probably.
She ducked under the counter, hid. And then that's when he panicked and bolted.
Okay.
He drove off, but the cops caught up to him a little bit later because that's when he ran out of gas in his car.
Well, you were just at a gas station.
Yeah. Should have filled up first. He jumped out, tried to run, but they caught him. They arrested him. He's probably would have been caught anyway, but it was a fascinating choice to not fill up at the gas station before then robbing the gas station.
I would think so, too. Well, he didn't have any money. I think that was clear.
Because he ran out of gas not too far away from the gas station, which means the light was probably on, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, probably, if that worked. Anyway, I guess. Maybe it didn't work. Who knows? That's rough. Give me all your money and turn on pump 6. That's what he needed. That old woman foiled his plans because he's a dumbass.
What a dumbass.
The car can run into. And I will say, Grandpa was a truck driver at one point, and he said he saw many moose car accidents when he would be driving, and they're always bad.
Yeah, it's never going to be good.
They're always terrible.
You think deer's bad?
Oh, my God. Moose are so huge, and they're really tall.
It would be like hitting, like 5 deer at once.
Yeah, it's like a horse. You're a little bigger.
Yeah.
And, they're terrible. So now we've got something to help with that. Kind of one of the silly inventions, but hey, I think that could still be necessary.
Well, because you hit their legs and they...
Yes.
Kind of like a horse, but even worse than a horse.
Yeah, I think so, little.
They're a little taller.
And they got the big horns. Huge. Yeah. So there's that, too. What'd you learn today?
You can go pro as a road rager. So, in other words, you can be a pro road rage person. They're looking for you. If you know somebody or you are into road rage, you got to show proof. You got to show all sorts of things. But if they pick you, they'll give you $4,000.
It's funny, they're looking for you. Probably not hard to find. Just look for the dude that's honking and screaming out of his window at everybody.
Yeah,
that guy's probably easy to find.
If you're a pro road rager,
you could make a living at that now. All right, let's share one more laugh. What do we have?
We have Jerry Seinfeld on big pants and cookies.
They're selling pants now, and there's a thing in the pants that you can pull, and the waistband will pop open an extra couple of inches in the middle of your meal. That is where we are at now, my friends. We cannot wait till tomorrow to put on bigger pants. I need a ripcord right now. But food has power, we know that. And cookie companies, they try and make it seem like the cookies are very innocent. Well, it's just elves living in trees making. It's nothing. The war between us and the cookies. Look at that box. It's like a military bunker inside there. It's like that preformed plastic barracks that the cookies live in. You slide it out. It's like a D-Day beach landing troop carrier. All the cookies, they're lined up waiting to go into combat. But the rows are key. The rows of cookies keep the mayhem somewhere.